Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, where we dive into the world of movies and explore the latest releases. Today, we're going to talk about one of the most anticipated horror movies of the year. Scream 7. I know, the Scream franchise has been around for a while. But trust me, this one is going to be a game changer. With a new Ghostface killer on the loose, Sidney Prescott's darkest fears are about to come true. And we're going to dive into all the juicy details. So, if you're ready to scream, let's get started. So, let's talk about the basics. Scream 7 is directed by Matt Bettinelli-Olpin and Tyler Gillett, who also directed the previous installment. The movie stars Neve Campbell, reprising her iconic role as Sidney Prescott, along with a talented cast of new and familiar faces. The production budget for this movie was around $30 million, which is relatively modest compared to other horror franchises. But don't let that fool you. The movie has already grossed over $100 million at the box office. And it's still going strong. The movie was filmed on location in various parts of the United States. And the cinematography is just stunning. With a runtime of 115 minutes, this movie is packed with action, suspense, and plenty of twists and turns to keep you on the edge of your seat. Now, let's dive into the plot. The movie takes place in the quiet town where Sidney Prescott has built a new life, trying to put the horrors of her past behind her. But when a new Ghostface killer emerges, Sidney's darkest fears are realized, and her daughter becomes the next target. Determined to protect her family, Sidney must face the horrors of her past to put an end to the bloodshed once and for all. As the bodies start to pile up, Sidney teams up with a group of resourceful teenagers to uncover the identity of the killer and put an end to the carnage. Along the way, they encounter all sorts of obstacles, from creepy abandoned houses to treacherous woods. And of course, plenty of red herrings to keep us guessing. The movie is full of clever nods to the original Scream, as well as some fresh new twists to keep the franchise feeling fresh and exciting. Now, let's talk about the characters. Sidney Prescott is, of course, the central figure of the movie. And Neve Campbell brings her signature blend of strength and vulnerability to the role. But the movie also introduces some great new characters, including Sidney's daughter, who is played by a talented young actress. The chemistry between the characters is great, and the cast does a fantastic job of bringing the story to life. One of the things that sets Scream 7 apart from other horror movies is its strong female characters, who are smart, resourceful, and determined to take down the killer. The movie also explores some interesting themes, such as the impact of trauma on families and the power of female friendship. Now, let's get to some fun facts and behind-the-scenes trivia. Did you know that the iconic Ghostface mask was redesigned for this movie? With a slightly more menacing look? The mask is actually a combination of prosthetics and CGI. And it takes the actors several hours to get into character. The movie also features some great Easter eggs and nods to the original Scream, including a cameo from a beloved character from the first movie. The cast and crew had a lot of fun filming this movie, and it shows in the final product. From the creepy atmosphere to the jump scares, this movie is a must-see for horror fans. So, what did I think of the movie? Overall, I was really impressed with Scream 7. The cinematography is stunning, with a great blend of creepy atmosphere and suspenseful action sequences. The cast is great, and the characters are well developed and relatable. One of the strengths of the movie is its ability to balance humor and horror, with some really funny moments that add to the movie's charm. Of course, no movie is perfect, and there are a few weaknesses, such as some predictable plot twists and a slightly rushed ending. But overall, I think Scream 7 is a great addition to the franchise, and it's a must-see for horror fans. So, should you watch Scream 7? Absolutely. With its great cast, suspenseful plot, and creepy atmosphere, this movie is a must-see for horror fans. I'm giving it a solid 8 out of 10. And I think it's a great addition to the Scream franchise. Of course, if you're not a fan of horror movies, you might want to skip this one. But if you're looking for a fun and suspenseful ride, Scream 7 is the perfect choice. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.